Hello again and welcome back to another one, and today we have a couple of topics to cover. One that's taking a strange turn while the Eminem vs Jay-Z debate is on, as some believed it was time to shift the conversation by dragging Mac Miller into it. But there's more to this posthumous love for Mac Miller on platforms like Twitter. Even acts like Cardi B exposed this a while back, and we'll get to more on this in a bit. Today we also have more that shows while social media was focused debating Eminem vs Jay in January, music listeners around the world were focused on actually listening to the music while this was on, as Eminem and Drake utterly dominated hip-hop in the first month of 2023, a new report reveals. Rap artists with the most Spotify monthly listeners at the end of January, and top 5 goes Drake, Eminem, 21 Savage, Metro Boomin, and Doja Cat. And for those who missed the other reports, for YouTube, Eminem was far ahead at number 1 as the most viewed rapper. For number of streams on Spotify, Eminem was 3rd behind Drake and 21 Savage. And now for number of people who listened to his music in January, he was closing in on Drake, all while people were discrediting him for days on platforms like Twitter, all to uplift Jay-Z. The user reacts, "Stats like this are what annoy me the most when people want to argue against Eminem's continued commercial success and popularity. Like, bro, just take one look." But what they actually have a problem with is that the stats don't align with their personal views. Just in the last video, in response to Eminem dominating YouTube, someone really said that Eminem fans must be too old to use Spotify and Apple Music. But here we are. He's closing in on Drake, who dropped 3 projects after Eminem's last album. And in response, another user added, "Eminem's longevity seriously needs to be studied. Man has consistently been on the top since his debut. And now some are presenting some questions for consideration. We just gonna act like M isn't competing with Drake when it comes to numbers?" In the 2010s, Drake's decade in hip-hop, Eminem was still there tagging along. Even though Eminem was the artist of the 2000s decade, he ended up outselling Drake for albums and song sales in the 2010s.
This is a problem.
And check this out, for 2022, Drake earned 13.5 billion plays, and Eminem was right there with 11.5 billion plays across YouTube and Spotify.
This is a problem.
And this links to our next point, as while the Jay vs Eminem debate is still on, and the circle jerk continues like,
"This is a problem."
How do you suggest we deal with them?
M sold a lot of records, but his impact on the actual culture/art form isn't that large, and especially doesn't match Jay's. I was a fan, but giving a white rapper that much credit is a hell nah from me. Check out this response. "Eminem made so much forgettable music, a few classics but mostly forgettable." The first part of this video today makes this even more hilarious, and there's more, as the user added, "Look at his own city. The whole Detroit has a buzz the last few years, and absolutely none of it is his influence." Last I checked, drill has been the wave the last few years in New York City, and some weren't gonna let the point slide. I agree, but couldn't the same be said for New York? Skull emoji. J influence has nothing to do with drill, like M influence has nothing to do with Detroit's downbeat style rap. There's been no comeback to this since, because it's 100% fact Jay-Z's got nothing to do with the current wave in New York City. Oh, but it got more comical, as while Jay-Z vs Eminem is on, some decided to drag Mac Miller into it. Eminem at age 27, Infinite and Slim Shady LP, Mac Miller at 26, a couple of projects, and it ends with Crazy to Think About. And many are confused by this comparison.
No. That bitch say I'm a bomb. Hey.
Like, what point is this trying to make? A user reacts. Kanye at 27, college dropout. Jay-Z at 27, reasonable doubt. You say anything on this app, loudly crying emojis. I'll take this further. Bow Wow released his 2x platinum album at 13 years old, and before the age of 27 released 15 projects that includes albums and mixtapes. The Criss Cross duo released an album that went 4x platinum at 12 and 13 years old, and mind you, both Criss Cross and Bow Wow sold more albums in certified units by 27 than Mac Miller has managed. The point of this tweet has left many with a head scratcher. Literally, what's the point of this tweet? And if it's to show Mac Miller's output, Why Eminem? Why not Bow Wow or NBA Youngboy if it's about output before 27? On this note, a user added, okay, and Youngboy has like 30 projects by the age of 23. What's the point of the tweet? But lest we forget, this posthumous Mac Miller love wasn't there when he needed it the most. And if you recall a while back, Cardi B called them out when she was getting dragged by these people, when she added, where was the love when y'all bullied him for months on this app and he was crying out for help, making fun of him when he crashed his car? Y'all don't care till somebody's gone. Even Mac's homie called these people out in 2018 when he revealed how they both spoke about people clowning him on social media, and Mac told him if he passed, people would act different. And here we are. That will be all for today. Share your thoughts below. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe if you enjoy content like this, and see you on the next one.